400 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Benedetto in the regular season finale. We're currently third in the point standings coming into this race, 17 points back of the lead, so it is possible that we could come away with the regular season championship, but we're going to need to probably win this race and get a lot of help, but it isn't impossible. We'll have to jump two spots in the process, so a three-driver race for the regular season title coming into this one. We're starting 10th. Keselowski has a 1-point lead over Denny Hamlin, and the green flag is going to be in the air. We'll see in 400 miles who will win this Crown Jewel event, the fifth and final Crown Jewel event of the season. It's the Brickyard 400. It's the regular season finale, and it's here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the opening lap of the race. You can just see how tight it is out here on the restart, trying to get whatever side draft I can off of Daniel Suarez. Restarts are crazy here. Despite the fact that I qualified 10th, I just didn't feel like I had my best qualifying lap. I really messed up driving a little too deep into turn 3. Look at us fighting here, 3 wide on the inside on the opening lap of the race. All the way down towards the inside retaining wall down the front straightaway, trying to break whatever sort of draft I can. A little loose on the first corner of the racetrack in turn 1. Now hold on to it, loose right there. Able to go full throttle through turn 2. Kyle Busch led the first lap of the race after qualifying on the pole. Denny Hamlin got to start second. Keselowski started 5th. Currently it is Keselowski in second still. They're up to second now, and Denny Hamlin back to third.
Still there?
Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, they will be the 2 drivers that will have to keep an eye out through the course of this one. Contact off of turn 4 with Truex. Really battling hard here in the second lap of the race. That's going to allow us to get on by. Racing aggressively early. Worth it in the end. Oh, Harvick kind of missed his corner a little bit there, and we didn't take advantage of it. Over the back bumper of the Ford car of Kevin Harvick. Trying to decide when is the right time to make the pass on it. Heavy diesel run through turn 4, gonna go all the way down towards the inside retaining wall again here. Back up the racetrack, can't clear them yet. Now in the middle of turns 1 and 2, we clear Harvick off of turn 1. Very unique racetrack here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, one of the most famed racetracks in all of not only America but in the world.
Careful, still there.
And a big move to already get into the top 5. Now looking on 4th, side by side with Kurt Busch for the 4th position into turn 3 to clear him as well. Really nice run going for us here, and really going. Oh, being so close to the wall there, got a little tight off of turn 4. We just ran our fastest lap ever in the Cup Series here at Indianapolis. Slowly gaining on Denny Hamlin at the same time, like Kurt Busch getting some good runs on us. Now Keselowski to the inside for the race lead. Huge block on Busch down the back straightaway. I think we're going to see a lot of aggressive racing here throughout the course of this one. This almost feels like the playoffs are already beginning. It is the last race of the regular season. So if we get a new winner that's outside the top 16 to clinch their way into the playoffs, that would be awesome. same time, though, we're trying to race this one out ourselves. Again, we have to make up 17 points in a race with no stages to win the regular season title. We can't fall behind any more positions, so at the worst, we are going to finish third, which is what we came into this race. But 2 DNFs in back-to-back races really costed us. Going from having a 10-point lead 2 races ago to now down 17. Heading into the final race of the regular season, side by side with Hamlin for third right now. And it's nice to know that you got second, third, and fourth right now with the 3 drivers racing for the regular season title. We go down to the inside. Couldn't get a side draft off of him, but we're trying to break the draft. We're going to clear him getting into turn 1. So up to third already. And admit though, this feels like one of the fastest cars we've had all season. We try to get our 15th win of the year. Just to show the inconsistency that we're not leading the points despite having 14 wins through the first 25 races of the season. We're third in points. Great corner through turn 2 there. Indianapolis Motor Speedway over the years has get the clean air. It definitely does help. And it helps at any track, especially with this 2019 package. But on tracks that are bigger than a mile. Aren't super speedway races. We are definitely closing in on the top 2 here over the last 2 or 3 laps since we have taken the 3rd position. It's only a matter of time, I think, before we're going to at least end up in the 2nd and probably take the lead pretty shortly after that. Big run there on Keselowski, closing pretty quickly onto the back bumper rather. And a little bump on the rear bumper. Keselowski exiting turn 4, and now a side draft here down the front straightaway. That'll move us into 2nd. That's another, that's a 2-point swing right there. And now we kind of missed turn 1 a little bit. Forward ground on Kyle Busch, but was still able to easily stay ahead of Brad Keselowski. Now off of turn 2 here, quickly all the way down to the inside, coming off of turn 2. A drag race down the back straightaway, and we're going to clear Kyle Busch before we even get into turn 3. A little bit of a hiccup there in turn 3. Kyle Busch cannot make his way around us at least that time, and wow, already into the lead here. It'll be lap number 11. We're going to lead our first lap of the race in the Brickyard 400 as we try to win the regular season title. Still going to take a lot to do it here in a race where we have only completed 10 laps out of 160. Although we are in the lead now, and even if we won this race, we'd still be 3rd as of where everybody's running right now is currently. Keselowski has a 2-point lead over Denny Hamlin. a 12-point lead over me, Matt Benedetto. Even if we can't get the regular season title to get those 15 playoff points, we're automatically guaranteed at least 8 playoff points at the end of this race. We'll try to give ourselves 5 more with a win. Of course, can't get any with stages because there are no stages, but we already have 70 on the air. A win would give us 75, and add those 8 that were at least guaranteed on top of that. We'd have 83 playoff points entering the postseason as the #1 seed, and if we somehow get the regular season title, we'd actually have 90. We'd get 20 playoff points today. That would be huge. So despite not being the regular season champ, we will likely be the #1 seed no matter what happens here. In fact, I think we will be the #1 seed. I don't think it's possible for anybody else to catch us. Fuel mileage races here in the past at Indianapolis, and we'll have to see if we'll have another one here today. It is very well possible. No more clean air on the racetrack here as we have caught lap traffic now.
You got room, you're clear there.
We passed the first 2 cars down the back straightaway pretty easily there. The last 2, really the last 3 Crown Jewel races. We won the Daytona 500, got the Coca-Cola 600. We finished 5th, but we were leading with 4 to go. Lost the lead after a very, very big mishap. Off of turn 4 with 4 laps to go. Salvaged the top 5, but definitely when you're leading that late in the race, you want to get the win. And then Bristol, obviously, like I said, we DNF'd 2 races ago, and last race also DNF'd at Darlington in the Southern 500. We go to the outside to get around the lap car. Not a good idea. This is not a 2-groove racetrack. Just took my time and waited until turn 4 like I did there, because I almost made a huge mistake and wrecked the car already. Want to be aggressive, but again, we're only 15 laps into this one. We got to take our time at the same time here as well. All we can do is win this race and do our job as far as trying to win the regular season title. Like I said, we're going to need some help. Even with the win, and obviously with Denny Hamlin only being 1 point behind Keselowski entering this race, we need both Keselowski and Hamlin to finish outside the top 10, even if I do win this race. Got the most wins here in the regular season, so I do hold the tiebreaker if there is a tie, whether it's between Denny Hamlin or Brad Keselowski.
Stay on the bottom. Clear, high bud. All right, you're clear.
A lot of heavy lap traffic here coming up this lap. We'll probably catch all these guys currently going 3 wide just in front of us. Hopefully and thankfully, yep, they do get down to at least side by side by the time they enter turn 3. But again, though, they're all still bumper to bumper right now.
Still there?
Now we're 3 wide in turn 4. This is not a track to go 3 wide on, but we're going to try to hurry up and get around everyone. Way down next to the wall.
You got one, you're clear there.
Down the front straightaway, we clear them all easily before we get into turn 1. Like I said, this feels like it's the best car we've got. It only takes about 5 laps for a car to kick in on the short run. Even then, we can still hang in the top 10 easily from the first lap. And now a caution for the first time here today. We have our first yellow of the race. Currently 19 drivers are on the lead lap. Ty Dillon will get the free pass. And everybody on the lead lap, it looks like only the top 9 are going to stay out as of right now. Going to stay out of the pits here too. Stay on the same pit strategy as both Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski, at least right now. It changes as the race goes on. We'll have to see here. Top 9 stay out of the pits. We come to the green flag following the first caution of the race. So the green flag is back in the air. And here we go. So green flag back in the air here at Indianapolis.
You're all clear up top there.
Once again, the restarts could get crazy. The regular season title on the line. We've got drivers who have not won a race yet this year that need to win a race to make the postseason. And they're going to go for it here in this one as well. Already one driver has DNF'd in this one. Fortunately for my sake, none of them were Brad Keselowski or Denny Hamlin. Keselowski has found his way up to second right now. Denny Hamlin trying to work on Kyle Busch for third as he works to the inside of him off of turn 4. Over the onboard cam here. And through all these cameras here for the first time today. Brown Keselowski and Hamlin, although we're not sure exactly where they're at on the racetrack, we do know for a fact that they're out, both of them are outside the top 5. Just have to see how this is going to go. Of course, if I could put him a lap down here on this run, that would be nice. A long ways to go to catch him, though. Obviously going to try it. Of course, if I can trap them both a lap down, hopefully neither of them can get the laps back over the course of the race. That will give me my best shot. That's going to be a good reason I stayed out. Under that first. You know, for the top 8 drivers that stayed out under that last caution, we currently only have 20 drivers on the lead lap in this race. So those 12 drivers, including everybody that pitted that was a lap down, will stay out if we stay green long enough. Those drivers that didn't pit under the caution to pit. So if they all fall a lap down at that point, which is going to be more possible for that to happen, that would be pretty amazing. And if we get a nice timely caution, that would be our best shot here to probably win this race. And get the regular season title even with the 2 mistakes of DNFing the last 2 races. Now we've had 4 DNFs over the course of the season. We DNF'd at Martinsville, then we DNF'd at, that was the 6th race of the year, but then we didn't DNF again until we got to Kentucky. And after DNF in that Kentucky race, we didn't DNF again until the Southern 500, until the Bristol Night race, but then the Southern 500, the race after that. So 4 DNFs on the season. Never DNF'd in any of the Xfinity Series races. Never DNF'd in any of the Truck Series races. But I did finish at least 2 laps down in both of those series over the course of the season, so I did not complete every lap. Obviously, with the 4 DNFs here, did not complete every lap. And this season, I still got 10 playoff races left after this. My quest to try and go 3-0 in championships, though, over the course of this channel, it's very well possible. Gotta say though, I have done a pretty good job over the course of this race keeping the car clean, and a lot of that has to do with leading quite a few laps in the early going of the race despite qualifying 10th. And though we have not caught lap traffic yet on this current run, but we are over a half a track ahead of the 13th place driver, which is the first driver. Sorry, the 12th place driver, which is the first driver that had pitted, or that did not pit rather. So again, if we can lap everybody to that point, very good chance that we can come back from that. Just have to see. Definitely with me being on older tires, it is taking me a little bit longer to catch these other lap cars this time around versus only 13 laps the opening run of the race. And now we have a caution for the second time today, so everybody will come down pit road. So Hamlin currently in 15th, Keselowski in 13th. So if the race were to finish right now, I would be the regular season championship with the tiebreaker on Brad Keselowski. And then only another 3 points ahead of Denny Hamlin. So only 3 points currently separating the top three. So with this caution, being the first caution of the race, we are about to go green. Want to race off the pit road? So here we go, green flag back in the air now for the second caution of the race. Trying to get through the shifts here. Nice job winning the drag race through turn one. Quickly getting out to the lead, and now we are trying to get an advantage here. William Byron and Ricky Stenhouse Sr. both right behind me currently. Ryan Newman looked to make it 3 wide down the back straightaway, but will duck in line right behind Byron. Will then duck behind Stenhouse entering turn 3. Here comes Stenhouse off of turn 4, really closing into that back bumper of DiBenedetto. Looking to make a run, but that dirty air too much to overcome. But now that we're up to speed, we'll see if he can do it now. And I made a little bit of a mistake, and there goes Stenhouse. Now we'll see if we can get him back. Looking for the crossover move in turn 2. Can't complete it. We're going to fall in line right behind Ricky Stenhouse Jr. now. Big run on Stenhouse into turn 3. Driving it in really deep. And we're going to slide back in front of Stenhouse, so Ricky has not led a lap yet in this race. Now he looks to the outside for the lead, and here he comes off of turn 4, but we're barely going to block him off on the top side off of 4. So still able to hold on for the lead. How long will Stenhouse be able to hold behind us before we start to pull away? And it really didn't take long. He had his shot by taking the lead, getting the clean air, but I passed him in less than a half a lap later. right back, and now he's slowly slipping back, and we'll see if Kyle Larson can maybe catch him. I think by that time I might be away from everybody at that point. Stenhouse not even in my draft anymore at this point. Just over a second behind. Tyler Busch now back into the top 5. He is currently in the 4th position as he's just passed a very tough driver to pass, Brian Newman.
called a caution.
And now we get our third caution of the race. Denny Hamlin currently in 10th, Keselowski in 8th. Hamlin going to look like one of the drivers that is about to pit as of right now. And that will give the free pass to Bubba Wallace, leaving 22 drivers on the lead lap. So we're going to pit here. We're going to pit from the lead, so we will therefore lose the lead. But we will win the race off the pit road. Only the top 6 stayed out. Keselowski ended up pitting once he saw me and Denny Hamlin pit because the regular season title is on the line. He wants to stay in the same strategy as well. Green flag back in the air. 110 laps to go. 50 laps already down here in the Brickyard 400. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway a little loose there on the turn 4. We go for a spin. What a save. Everybody misses us. We stay green.
Got a car high now.
Got the left side tires there when we were trying to upshift from 3rd to 4th. We got the left side tires on the apron. That is going to cost us a ton of time. And we quickly fall back to the 21st position. The deepest back we've been in the field all day today. All these drivers are going to have to pass on fresh tires just like us. A lot of track position lost. By the time we get all the way back to the start-finish line, though, we are quickly able to get to the 18th position. Getting 3 spots in the last half a lap. But definitely be fast until we get to about the top 5, and even by that time, I think we'll be in good shape. Kyle Busch is just taking the lead off of turn 2. Quickly, we're going to dive to the inside of Clint Boyer. And as well now on Ryan Blaney. Oh, 3 wide stuck in the middle. Contact with Clint Boyer as he gets loose there through turns 3 and 4. He really tried to force his way in there. We got to try to get him back here down the back straightaway. Inside, and we're going to squeeze Boyer in the middle now, and we're going to have contact with Clint Boyer here as we all go up the racetrack, and now Blaney is somehow going to hold on to his position, and a caution is out for the 4th time today, and again, pretty quickly. Probably should have just pitted under that last caution just for the heck of it, but we're going to stay out.
Green down now, let's go.
One driver's to pit with the 3 drivers behind you in the lead lap. So green flag back in the air, 23 drivers now on the lead lap.
Stay on the bottom here.
Now as we get to the restart, going to quickly take it 3 wide on the exit of turn 1 and now into turn 2. Very close.
Got one outside.
4 wide now. Blaney won a pass. Able to clear me and Truex. We're going to try to get him back here, and again, this is showing the great restarts here with this 2019 package. Threading the needle, we're going to get around Brad Keselowski. Denny Hamlin, the current points leader, just ahead of us. 3 wide into turn 4, racing hard with him as well. Clearing him off of turn 4. And quickly off the restart, we are able to get up to the 2nd position right behind Kyle Busch. And as we get up to speed, we'll see how this is going to come along now.
Careful, still there. You got room to clear that.
Jockeying for position, we're going to clear Busch off of turn 2 for the race lead. Denny Hamlin now up to 2nd. Still Keselowski outside of the top 5. Busch, Kyle Busch that is, now back to 4th. And Hamlin's closing in on the race lead. And has been the last couple laps. Didn't get through turn 2 as well as I did, but he's definitely coming. Really dead on Hamlin. We have been racing for most of the year as the number 1 and 2 guys in the points. Kind of odd that we come into this race Hamlin 2nd in points, 1/3, with Keselowski leading by 1 point over Hamlin coming into this one. A single car race. So we're trying to be the little team that could to win the title with Mark Benedetto. Getting out his first career championship in any of the top 3 series in NASCAR, and they would win the Cup Series if we can get it done. And 2 drivers are out of this race. We've reached 100 laps to go, so 60 laps complete. Already 4 cautions. We're not even at the halfway mark. The damage there off of turn 2. slightly getting into the wall. We'll have to repair that one whenever they decide to come onto pit road. It won't be until the end of this fuel run, unless caution comes out, and maybe just have to wait and see how that is going to turn out. Still not quite halfway done in this race, but of course we still have quite a ways to go. Just under 100 laps to go in the race. We'll get to see how this will go. So even though Keselowski's outside of the top 5 right now, Denny Hamlin currently in second. And Hamlin does currently now have the points lead. We are still 12 points back. We are 12 points back of Denny Hamlin right now for the regular season championship. And Keselowski, we are still behind him, so we are still in third. We are at least, at maximum, we are 8 points ahead of Keselowski. So we're still going to need some help. Once again, though, not at all impossible. Brad has now moved his way into the top 5. He's up in the 5th position as he's just past Kyle Busch. There, contact made with Parker Kligerman as well. Was a little late to get to the inside of Kligerman there. That cost us a little bit of time. Again, over a 13-second lead. And, I mean, we dominated this race pretty much all throughout. And it just goes to show that, of course, that's why we're not going to be able to win this regular season title unless we can get some help here in this final race. But we put ourselves in the position we're in with DNF and all, but we still control our own destiny. Final 3 races, the 10-point lead entering the Bristol night race. Even after that race, because the other two did kind of poorly in the last 2 races, more so the Bristol night race. Could not get it done.
Careful, still there. You're all clear on top there.
We've been in lap traffic here for a little bit now. Everybody from 31st on back is 2 laps down. 23 drivers are currently on the lead lap in this race. And we have a caution now for the 5th time today. So it looks like Denny Hamlin will pit from the 2nd position. So we will likely pit as well. That will put a 24th driver on the lead lap. That will be Cody Ware getting the free pass now. Alex Bowman not having a good day neither. Jimmy Johnson, big names. Both for Hendrick Motorsports, a lap down and outside the top 25 currently. So it looks like I'm going to pit as well. We got a lot of drivers currently pitting. So that will include me from the lead. So we currently have 90 laps to go. And the top 4 all stayed out. Kyle Busch wins the race off pit road.
Sargent has the green flag in his hand.
Keselowski actually stayed out of the pits here from 2nd. So he's currently the points leader. Green flag back in the air here at Indianapolis. So everybody from 5th on back has fresh tires. Newman gets into the wall on the entrance of turn 1. Not sure how he did that. We're going to squeeze right up the middle because of it. Now looking to the outside on Eric Jones. And now we're 3 wide here in turn 2. Oh, very tight off of turn 2. Able to hold on to it at least for the time being. Huge run now down the back straightaway. 3 wide for the lead now entering into turn 3. Harvick gets out of the gas, leaving it side by side with me and Keselowski. And off of turn 3, we're going to clear everybody for the race lead. A very entertaining restart as we try to get up to speed back to the start-finish line. Currently in first with Eric Almirola in second. And the guy that qualified 27th, Ryan Blaney in third. 86 laps to go. Keselowski fading back now. Old tires. That could cost him. He's outside the top 5 and he's still falling back. Denny Hamlin, not the greatest of restarts, but not the greatest of pit stops for him either, as he didn't even restart in the top 10. And make up some ground again. And once again, the strategy is really paying dividends. We're paying off dividends here in this race. Why I'm not counting myself out of the regular season title shot, especially even though we're 17 points back from Keselowski entering this one. Very interesting. Keselowski did not stick with the strategy there. And I think him and Hamlin just got to start racing each other and leave me out of it, because although I have a shot, Hamlin and I were both ahead of Keselowski, so he saw both of us pitting, so that's why he stayed out and tried something different, but it obviously didn't work. I think, in my opinion, everybody should just come down into the pits every caution possible.
Great job, driver. That's a fast lap right there.
So we just ran our fastest lap ever, and the fastest lap of the race so far with a 51.485 that last lap. We're almost halfway through the race, so we are running fast speeds at this point. Kyle Busch is now up to second. Keselowski and Hamlin both outside the top 5. We at least have a 7-point lead in the championship with the tiebreaker in hand. Hamlin is currently likely ahead of Brad Keselowski as well. If he stayed about a second and a half off the race there, you pretty much sense he was gotten up to second. Couple laps into the restart. Racing aggressively on the track, but as far as strategy goes, pretty conservative for the most part. Hit majority of the time in the close. Again, I am definitely racing to win this race, but at the same time, I mean, it's just going to be tough to get that regular season title. So, key number 1, we've got to win to really have a legitimate shot at getting the regular season title. We don't have to win, but we might as well just say that we put ourselves in a must-win situation. Busch brothers now running second and third on the racetrack currently, with Kyle Busch in second and Kurt Busch in third. So now off of turn 4, we're going to get to the start-finish line here in this one. And that will let the flagman signify the crossed flags as we are now halfway done here in the Brickyard 400, halfway done with the regular season finale at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Oh, a little loose, open to the wall.
Caution.
And the caution will fly. A mistake of our own that time, bringing out the caution. Now the Wildcats Alowski to now hit pit road, along with Eric Jones, Kevin Harvick, and Ryan Newman, who all stayed out under that last yellow. We're going to have to pit. Kind of backed it into the wall there. Denny Hamlin will move into the top 5 now because of it. So that is unfortunate for our sake. We obviously were last off the pit road because of it. And we restarted the 24th position.
Are you ready? The green flag is in the air.
So here we go. Green flag back in the air here at Indy. Following caution number 6. 75 laps to go. Driving along now on the hood cam, following this restart. How did they get on the brakes? A very tight window here, going 3 wide right up the middle.
Hold that line, driver.
Slight contact with the back bumper of Eric Jones.
Car outside.
Again, just racing hard, racing aggressively.
Stay on the bottom. Outside.
The quest for the regular season title is on. Harvick giving us a push. Up to 9th. Entering into turn 1.
Inside.
Harvick now quickly down to the inside of us. Not giving us any room to go, really.
Still there.
We were looking to have to try and follow him up there, and now we're going to get right back around him again. Pulling ourselves up to 7th.
You got room. You're clear there. Car on the outside now.
outside of Joey Logano. Here comes Harvick once again. Trying to keep him at bay right behind us. Gives us a shot though, and now we get loose, and I did not like it. Oh, slight contact. He's getting loose now into the corner. We're just both trying to hold on to it, and now Tyler Reddick gives us a shot. Slingshot away right past Tyler Reddick once again. Just trying to work around Joey Logano. Currently the race leader is Kurt Busch. Can't quite clear Logano off of turn 4. But we do clear him down the front straightaway. And now on in front in the race lead is Kevin Harvick.
Careful, still there. You're all clear on top there.
We're able to slingshot our way up into 4th. Only one position ahead of Denny Hamlin, who is now in 5th. Keselowski not too far behind us. Keselowski is now up to 6th. 70 laps to go here in the Brickyard 400. Great gutsy move. We're able to get up to 2nd because of it here, making the pass on Kyle Busch. And caution is now out for the 7th time here today. 70 laps to go, 7th caution of the race. Turning into the Brickyard 400 in 3 of the last 4 years were with a decent amount of cautions at least. We will have 66 laps to go in the restart. We'll try a little bit of pit strategy here. Gonna pit from 2nd. Pitting from 2nd, we lost a few spots on Hurt Road. We'll restart now in the 22nd position, so 21st position rather. Green flag back in the air here at Indianapolis. 66 laps to go.
Careful, still there.
When you kind of hit the wall on the restart, so despite him being on fresh tires, we're easily going to get around him.
You got room, you're clear. Outside.
Very tight, 3 wide through turn 2. More so than what we were in turn 1. Now down the back straightaway, trying to make some moves.
Careful, still there. Outside, outside.
3 wide into turn 3. Now through the short chute. Logano all over our back bumper.
Alright, you're clear then.
They're able to make the pass at least for the time being. And now look at that. Up in front, it's Brad Keselowski.
You got room, you're clear then.
Bad Brad looking for the race lead on Kevin Harvick here in the Brickyard 400 with Denny Hamlin outside of the top 10. We're now up to 4th as we're up to speed. Keselowski to the inside of Harvick for the lead. Eric Jones just behind him in 3rd. Keselowski is going to clear Harvick for the race lead off of turn 2, but here we come. Hitting not only a huge run on Eric Jones, but Kevin Harvick as well as we enter into turn 3. Quickly now as we clear Harvick, we're right on the back bumper of Keselowski. To the inside of Brad, coming off of turn 4. Side drafting him. We're going to beat him back to the line. We're going to clear him before we get back to the line. We're now to the lead here in the Brickyard 400 with 64 laps to go. Two laps to go from 21st to 1st on the restart. What a fast car we have. Now granted, we took 4 fresh tires. One of only 6 drivers that pitted under that last yellow, but still, they're definitely pacing very, very well right now. Expect there to be 1 or 2 more cautions still before the end of this race. We could run right around 40 laps, give or take, on fuel. An entire fuel run and being outside of the pit window. Again, I can easily see they're doing a caution. We have 63 laps to go. Maybe we won't see one and we'll run a longest green flag run of the race. It's not impossible. And now a caution once again. So only ran 4 laps on that green flag run, if you could even call it a run. So with 63 laps to go, caution is out once again. It's like Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott with pit, Ty Dillon, Daniel Hemrick. Jimmy Johnson will get the free pass in the 27th position. We're going to pit again, as we can. We lose a spot to Kyle Larson on pit road, but nevertheless, we are and give up the track position. Green flag back in the air once again here at Indy. 59 laps to go in the race.
Inside.
Oh, Blaney looked like he might have hit the wall there a little bit off of turn 2. It's going to slow some of these guys down.
Careful, still there.
Look at Zeus trying to make a bunch of moves now. 3 wide into turn 3, forcing it. On the inside here, even on Kyle Larson, he also took 4 fresh tires under that last pit stop.
Car high, careful.
Not as good of a restart as what we've had in this race, especially on the last restart we had.
Still there.
We're still gaining spots and gaining them quick.
Car there on the inside.
Running up the track, slight contact now.
You're all clear.
Tyler Reddick
All clear.
running it in deep now on Martin Truex Jr. Bubba Wallace 3 wide off of 2 down the back straightaway. to 8.
All clear.
Threading the needle 3 wide now into turn 3 on Ryan Newman and Kurt Busch.
Careful. Still
Side
there.
tires down on the apron, but we're still 3 wide now off of turn 3 through the short chute. Clearing Newman.
Stay low.
And now try to clear Kurt Busch off of turn 4.
You're all
And we
clear
do.
on top.
Barely, but we do. And it just all goes back to that aggressive racing here with 57 laps to go in the Brickyard 400. I'm catching Kevin Harvick and Eric Jones.
Stay low.
Up to third, Keselowski in second. Eric Almirola is currently the race leader. As we run currently, if we can get to the lead, we will be second in points right behind Brad Keselowski. We will be still 12 points behind him. With him running inside the top 5, we need him to run inside the top 10. The inside on Brad, that will be a 2-point swing as we try to clear him, and we will clear him now off of turn 1. All over our back bumper though, looking for a crossover move into turn 2, but it's not going to work. Now quickly to the outside, exiting turn 2, right on that right rear corner panel, side drafting Almirola down the back straightaway into the lead. Here at the famed Brickyard, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He got it running so quick, it kept Keselowski from having a chance to pass him as well. So yep, currently Keselowski has a 12-point lead on us as we lead this race with 55 laps to go. 8 cautions throughout the course of this one, and I don't think we're done yet. I think we will still at least get one more. It's just pretty crazy to even think about, really. Very caution-filled race. Try a little bit of pit strategy here. Going to try to short pit here and come down onto pit road this time by trying something just a little bit different here. I know we're in the lead, controlling our own destiny, but maybe if we can get Denny Hamlin or Brad Keselowski to come down onto pit road, we might have a shot to get them to be a lap down, perhaps. Come off of turn 4 on the inside of the racetrack. Trying not to speed onto pit road. 55 miles an hour is the speed limit. We get it down to 53, so we're good here. Stop. Quarter tank of fuel, we can get back to the line. Moving across the field, we'll go. Just a few laps to go in the race.
All right, now, dig.
Right onto the racetrack, Keselowski is now in fact taking the race lead. Not exactly what we want to see, but we're in a short pit in here, getting a huge fresh tire advantage. It'll be however many laps it takes for us to get to either a caution and or a green flag pit stop for the rest of these drivers. Just have to see. Again, we can run about 40 laps on a full tank of fuel. We've had 8 cautions in the race so far. We have 51 laps to go. It'll be 50 laps to go when Keselowski gets back to the line this time. And a really loose moment there entering turn 3.
Hold your line, stay high. Clear road. Top 3
outside here to try and get around Jimmy Johnson. And the 48 car is going to work. Really using the side draft to our advantage. We're up to the 24th position now. Closing in on Alex Bowman for 23rd. On the racetrack again, we short pitted. Under drain here. See how much of a track position can we get. And how about this? Kyle Larson has just gotten to the lead on Brad Keselowski. It's the first time Larson will lead a lap in the race today. It'll be official at the line this time, so good job going here for that Chip Ganassi racing driver. We know Ganassi would love to win in Indianapolis. He's done here in the Indy 500 many times before. In fact, he was able to do it here in NASCAR in the Cup Series side with Jamie McMurray back in the year of 2010. Same year in which he won the Daytona 500. We are trying to do the same. We're trying to win the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same season as well. Trying to do it in which 10 years after Jamie McMurray did it.
Still there. You got room. You're clear there. Top 3, use it if you need it. All right, you're clear.
Keselowski now back to the lead on off the exit of turn 3, and he will hold it as well all the way through turn 4 and back to the start-finish line. So once again, Brad Keselowski back out in front here in the Brickyard 400 with 41 laps to go. So Larson's able to lead 2 laps, but we know we've got a challenger for the lead of Kyle Larson here at this point in the race.
Still there. All right, you're clear there. You got room. You're clear. Careful. Still there. All right, you're clear.
DJ in the crowd now. Wallace finished 3rd here.
Watch that car in front of you. He's slowing down. He's going to be pitting. Got the car high now. Clear all around.
Denny Hamlin, a lot of other drivers on the pit road. Put us in the 11th position here this lap. Whoa, way up high. I think it's a turn 1 there.
Still there. You got room. You're clear.
That's running for 10.
Still there. All right, you're clear there.
.39 laps to go. Ryan Blaney will be the next driver. We'll try to pass the position again. We tried short pitting here to get some track positions. We've currently got the fresh tires. Everybody will still have to pit one more time before the end of this race, so even with short pitting, we've still got a lot of track position to gain here on Brad Keselowski for the win. We're up to 7.
Clear high, bud.
And now we're about to move up to 6 here on Lowell and Byron.
Still there. Clear high, clear high.
Again, that's a good question. When will everybody pit? Kevin Harvick next to each other's pole position, not too much further ahead of me. But they're both racing hard there as Jones looking to the inside into turn 2 on Kevin Harvick now. Harvick going to close the door on him. On the outside of Jones here for position, and now splitting into the inside of Harvick, and we're up to 4th. Down the back straightaway and into turn 3. Down the roller, really getting held up by a lot of this lap traffic now as well. Still struggling to get around the other driver.
Alright, you're clear then.
He's just in front of him, and that could cost him another spot here as we go to the outside in turn 3.
Careful, still there. You got room.
Contact is made, but now we clear him into turn 4. We're up to 3rd. 6 seconds off of the second place driver, Kyle Larson, and just under 7 seconds behind the race leader, Brad Keselowski. He's definitely gaining the track position on him. 35 laps to go in the race. Once again, will we even get a caution at the end of this race? I expected we were going to get at least one more. It would be very, very surprising if we could somehow run these final 58 laps.
Stay at the bottom here. Clear high, clear high.
Sorry, if we can run these final 60 laps under green.
Caution's out, wave them
And no, we will not. Caution is out once again. Denny Hamlin, the last driver on the lead lap back in 23rd. So we're currently second in the point standings as we run. 35 laps to go in the race. We have just brought out our 9th caution. And we will have 31 laps to go when we go green here in the Brickyard 400. We will pit from 3rd. 31 laps to go. Kyle Larson wins the race off of pit road on Brad Keselowski.
Coming to the green, driver.
Will we stay green for these final 31 laps? Green flag back in the air here in the Brickyard 400.
Clear all around.
Quickly able to jump right in front of Kevin Harvick, right behind Keselowski and Kyle Larson. Quickly to the inside. 3 wide for the lead now off of turn 1. What a move by Matt DiBenedetto. We clear Kyle Larson. Now trying to clear Keselowski. We do. Keselowski pulls in line in second. Keselowski in the wall off of turn 2. Larson getting a run back on him on the bottom. Big moment for Brad. He's trying to win the race in the regular season title. But he's got to hold strong to where he's at on the track, knowing that a top 5 finish at this point would still give him the regular season title. Quickly able to clear Kyle Larson off of turn 3. We turn 4 now. He closes in on our back bumper as we get up to speed here at Indy. 30 laps to go in the Brickyard 400. To Benedetto has just taken the lead with Keselowski in second. Because we have the clean air, and we're up to speed, obviously, this is going to be very tight. And now off of turn 2, barely had to keep it off the wall, had to get out of the gas, and Keselowski's going to take the lead right back once again. We're going to try to run him back down. Through turn 4. Now when we get back to the start-finish line, Nova had to get out of the gas again, in the wall again, having to keep it now off the inside wall, and back across the track we go, and Eric Jones, caution will fly once again, with 30 laps to go, our 10th caution of the race. And again, we will restart. And this time it'll be with 26 laps to go. We'll stay green to the finish now.
Drive safe.
Hamlin is back into the top 20 now. Green flag back in the air here at Indy.
Car on the outside now.
We just spun our tires on the restart.
Outside.
So as I spin my tires on the restart, lost some track position.
Careful, still there.
That is for sure. We are trying to get these guys back here as we get up to speed.
Stay on the bottom. Clear high. Car outside. Still there.
Keselowski is still the race leader. Can Denny Hamlin maybe catch him and have a shot to win the regular season title? That's not impossible.
You got one down low now.
Move there by Kyle Busch. Oh, contact now.
Still there.
Three wide just in front of us now. Denny Hamlin caught in the middle. Look at Kyle Busch making a 3-wide pass around the outside. Unbelievable.
All right, you're clear.
Kyle Busch looking fast in this one. Now we're in the wall off of turn 4. 24 laps to go as the laps are winding down.
Bottom clear.
Keselowski pulling away from the field. Oh, Kyle Busch in the wall hard there off of turn number 2.
Careful, still there. All right, you're clear there.
Gaining a lot of time, threading the needle, looking to make it 3 wide into turn 3. We thought better of it. Have to race hard and aggressively this late in the race. Huge side draft there.
Car high.
Off the corner. Martin Truex Jr. didn't work, and now trying to block off Clint Boyer right behind us. To the inside of Blaney now into turn 1 for 11. Still side by side with him.
Still there. Clear all around there.
doing whatever he can to try and catch Keselowski. It's amazing to watch this battle for the regular season title unfold as we try to close in as well. Hamlin to the inside of Kyle Busch now for 7th. We're currently in 9th, watching that battle right behind us. Waiting for a door to open. Look at Hamlin go. We're going to take it 3 wide though. Down the back straightaway, we have just cleared Hamlin for position. Now looking on Stenhouse for 5th, and we got him. We clear Stenhouse out of 3 wide. Couple car lengths back. Hamlin stuck in the middle, gives up another spot to Kyle Busch that he just gained. Finally, he can get around on the road, but he did lose 3 spots in the process. Came into this race 1 point behind Brad Keselowski. Keselowski won the Brickyard 400, and it was his first Brickyard 400. It was 2 years ago in 2018. Down to the back bumper of Eric Jones. This is going to be for position 3 seconds back of the leader, Keselowski. We have cleared him, and just like that, Matt Benedetto's up to 2nd. Still no sign of Hamlin in the top 5, at least for right now, as he is currently in either 6th or 7th. Keselowski 2.5 seconds ahead of the race lead with 20 laps to go in the Brickyard 400. So in the final 20 laps, can we get to the lead and win this race? Or will we get an 11th caution in this one? It's again not impossible. I assume he's going to want to try to throw the blocks because Denny Hamlin is now back up to 5th. Right where he started this race. So as far as the regular season title is concerned, let's have to see how this is going to go. Second and a half off the lead now. We do have about 5 lap pressure tires in the race leader, Brad Keselowski, and that is why we're catching him. Despite being in dirtier air. He's got all the clean air in the world right now. Hamlin up to 4th, just past Eric Jones. He's got another teammate of his just in front of him with Kyle Busch. Denny Hamlin owns the tiebreaker with 3 wins versus Keselowski's 2 wins. Keselowski wins the race, he locks in the regular season title. Otherwise, he just has to beat Denny Hamlin. If Hamlin beats him, Hamlin will at least tie, and once again, because he has the tiebreaker, that will be enough. Right to the back bumper of Keselowski now, looking to the inside, entering turn 2 for the race lead. And now off of turn 2, Keselowski holding strong as we're side by side down the back straightaway.
Careful, still there.
Try to get away from him.
All right, you're clear
Down
there.
towards the bottom to break the draft. Now up in front as we clear him here before we get into turn 3. Now that we've got the clean air here to complete at least the rest of this lap, that'll push Keselowski now back to 2nd. New leader, once again back at the line for the 4th time today. It's Matt Benedetto leading here at Indy with 17 laps to go now. Once again, will we stay green? After point in this race again, watching the leaderboard, it doesn't look likely that Keselowski or Hamlin are going to drop outside of the top 10. So it looks like they're still going to finish third in points. We get to see a somewhat tight battle for that regular season title. I mean, overall, over the course of the season, it is tight. As we just simply go by average finish. Best average finish gets the regular season title, and Keselowski and Hamlin. It's that 1 point differential currently on the racetrack as we race. It is a 3-point. Differential. Hamlin has to chase Keselowski. He's still got Kyle Busch to pass as well. And even if he can just get to third, passing Kyle Busch in the top 3 in the regular season standings, are going to finish 1, 2, 3. In fact, Kyle Busch might even be 4th. They're in the top 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not in that order, but could be your championship 4 favorites here 9 races before the championship race. We'll have a 16-driver playoff. Stenhouse having a good day. He's in the top 5, running 5th, trying to get the win. An upset win here in the Brickyard 400. He's got 2 career wins at Daytona and Talladega back in 2017. Both of them were in that season. Closer and closer to the 2-hour mark of this race. Race took a little bit longer than originally expected. 10 cautions over the course of the race, and again, we're still not done yet, so that is part of why this race is feeling a little bit longer. Never got to go through a full fuel run under green. We did make one green flag pit stop because we short pitted, but then a caution came out or everybody can make it on the pit road. They were just getting through the green flag pit stops. Just in the middle of them, rather. Still got lap traffic to deal with here, so if Keselowski nor Kyle Busch can get through the lap traffic to their best, or caution comes out, we get another restart, we could see a very interesting race for the regular season title. Not at all impossible. Great move right up the middle, down the front straightaway on Paul Menard and Joey Gase in the lap traffic. 12 laps to go now in the Brickyard 400. Lap traffic now just in front of me. We got 5 cars, and that could cause havoc for those guys. A little ways back, if they're all still racing with each other like this, we're gonna try to make a risky move to get around 3 of them side by side with Corey LaJoy and out of the inside of that tip.
You're all clear up top then.
Four drivers at Indianapolis so far in the race with 11 laps to go. A 10-second lead now on Brad Keselowski. Keselowski, unbelievable.
All right, you're clear. Keep digging. 10 to go.
10 laps left on the regular season.
Still there?
Looking as if they're going to finish third in the regular season championship standings with 15 wins on the year to give us 75 playoff points and then another 8 for finishing third. So we're looking at getting the number one, or we will get the number one seed no matter what, even though we're not the regular season champion. Denny Hamlin trying to run down Keselowski. He's making it close. It was 5 seconds. The lead is now down under, it's about 4.5. Pat Cameron losing ground on third place, Kyle Busch right now. But if Kyle Busch and Keselowski could start battling, that would, maybe it could be a battle for third rather than second in the race for the regular season title.
Stay high up here.
Wide off the turn 4.
Clear high, bud.
On the front straightaway, it looked like somebody was just blowing up on pit road. But at least he was able to get off the track and onto pit road to keep the race green. What we'd like to see. And somehow Denny Hamlin, if we were going to get a caution, I hope it's because Denny Hamlin, Keselowski somehow got in a wreck with each other. To open the door up for me to win the race and win the regular season title, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen here today. Although you can just never say never. Race is by no means over yet.
Stay on the bottom.
17.5 second lead on Brad Keselowski. Keselowski now only about 4 seconds, a little less than 4 seconds ahead of Denny Hamlin. So in the last 20 laps, Hamlin has caught Keselowski, but only about 1.5 seconds. From being 5 seconds back down to about 3.5. We have more lap traffic to come. Hamlin has caught Kyle Busch still for third. And he has passed him. Well, they're still in the battle. Looked like he had a chance to pass him and then he couldn't quite complete it.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there.
Good battle going on, but that's kind of what Keselowski wants to see, is a hard battle between Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin. With them being teammates, I'm surprised Kyle isn't just letting Denny go. To show not only how competitive Kyle Busch is, but JGR and just any NASCAR driver in general. Nothing is given in this sport.
Stay low, stay low. You got room, you're clear. 5 to go, driver.
Here's Jones, just past Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for 5th on the racetrack. A little less than a half-track lead on Keselowski. Got 4 laps to go in the Brickyard 400. With a big lead currently. Hoping that a caution will not come out. Plenty good on fuel. The tires are going to last to the finish. Just over a 25-second lead on Brad Keselowski. Hamlin caught Kyle Busch about 5 laps ago, but he's just not been able to pass him yet.
Down the bottom. All right, you're clear. Clear all around. Clear high, clear high.
And once we get around Clint Boyer here, we will only have nothing we just passed him and putting the lap down. So only 11 drivers on the lead lap here at Indy.
Careful, still there.
10 drivers now in the lead lap. 2 laps to go here in the Brickyard 400. 2.5 miles away from the white flag to signify that the next flag will win the race. Whether it would be the yellow or the checker. Still only 4 drivers at DNF in this one. The last driver that blew an engine about 10 laps to go, seemingly, or blew a tire or something, got back out onto the racetrack. Very loose on the exit of turn 2 there. Here on the brakes just to keep it off the wall. Well, from getting into the back of Paul Menard.
Stay low. All right,
Paul Menard was a former winner here at the Brickyard in this very race back in 2011. .5-second lead, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go here in the Brickyard 400. The surrender flag at this point for a dominated race here by Matt Benedetto was now going to come off of turn 2 and only be 2 turns away from the victory.
Top 3, use it if you need it.
Now looking to put another driver a lap down to Ryan Newman.
You got room, you're clear.
Maybe even Eric Almirola and maybe somebody else as well here. Almirola for sure.
Careful, still there. You're clear all around, man.
Off of turn 4 for the final time. That's going to do it. Matt Benedetto will win the race despite finishing 3rd in the regular season championship standings.
Great job,
Win number
driver.
15 on the year and a win in a crown jewel race in the Brickyard 400 for Matt Benedetto. And the regular season championship will go to Brad Keselowski by only 3 points on Denny Hamlin. So no burnout for Keselowski on the bricks here today, but speaking of burnout on the bricks, we're literally burning out on the bricks of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway until the engine just gave out. 2 hours and 5 minutes total time in this race, 125 minutes. Keselowski finished 2nd. Hamlin did finish 4th, so yes indeed, Brad Keselowski wins the regular season title. Despite only winning 1 race on the year, but a close battle at that, only 3 points he was able to beat Denny Hamlin by, and even over 3rd on Matt Benedetto, only 12 points ahead of him. 12 points citing the top 3. Kyle Busch with 4 wins finishes 4th. And the top 4 in this race were the top 4 in the regular season standings, not in that order, but was the total there. Kyle Busch had the fastest lap of the race at 51.535. Led the most laps, led 94 of the 160 laps in this race for Matt Benedetto. That is going to be all here for the regular season on this season for the Monster Energy Cup Series on NASCAR Heat 4. For other future-related NASCAR content, as well as other future-related NASCAR Heat 4 content, hit the subscribe button. You will get more commentary, more great racing as we continue here. If you like the video, the race, and or the on the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. The playoffs are about to start here on this season. It's been a great one so far. We'll get to see who will win this championship as we go on here for these final 10 races. So first, actually, let's take a look at who made the playoffs. As we did have a driver that got a win but did not finish inside the top 30, and that was Matt Tifft. He actually got an upset win at Sonoma, finished 32nd. Unfortunately, though, he was 31 points behind Ryan Preece in 30th, so he did not make the playoffs despite having a win on the season. So even though it's a win and you're in, not necessarily. Got to finish inside the top 30 still. So over the course of the season, though, we did have 7 different winners, but 6 of those made the playoffs. So as we do switch to the playoff grid, I'll have the number 1 seed. Matt DiBenedetto is in. Kyle Busch got the number 2 seed. Brad Keselowski number 3. Denny Hamlin number 4. It was a tie for 3 there. But Martin Truex Jr. will be the 5th seed. Joey Logano at 6th. 7th is Kurt Busch. Chris Buescher in 8th. Clint Bowyer in 9th. 10th is Chase Elliott. Kevin Harvick 11th. Daniel Suarez in 12th. He will be 1 point above the cut line to start this round of the playoffs. This opening round, the round of 16. Kyle Larson will be 13th seed. 14th seed will be Alex Bowman. Both those guys only 1 point back, as well as Ryan Blaney. And Eric Jones got the last spot on points. Eric Jones clinched a playoff spot in the last race at Indianapolis. That is going to be it here for this one. Once again, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, catch you next time.